This conference will now be recorded.
This is a meeting of the Board of Directors and the general membership. The general membership consists of approximately 98 entities. And to ensure a quorum of the general membership, I will call the entities by name, not the representative. And I will do one roll call, which will include the Board of Directors. I can confirm that there is a quorum of the Board of Directors at this time. So starting from the counties, we got Cameron County. I believe Mr. Garza is on the.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the line.
Thank you. Hidalgo County.
Present.
Thank you. Willacy County's just arrived. Welcome, Judge. Now the cities, if please speak up if there's a city that's here or on the go-to meeting. City of Alamo, City of Alton, City of Bayview, City of Brownsville.
We're here virtually.
Thank you. City of Combs, City of Donna, City of Ed Couch. Is Ed Couch present? Moving on to City of Edinburgh.
Here.
Thank you, sir. City of Elsa, City of Granjeño, City of Harlingen,
Here.
City of Hidalgo, City of India. Excuse me, is City of Hidalgo present? City of Indian Lake, City of La Feria, City of La Jolla, City of La Villa, Laguna Vista, Los Fresnos, Los Indios, Lyford.
Here.
Thank you, sir. McAllen.
Here.
Mayor Villalobos, you on the line?
Yes,
Sir, can you turn your camera on?
thought it was.
No, sir. Mercedes. Oscar Montoya, you're not here. Mission.
Here.
Thank you, ma'am. Palm Valley. Palmhurst. Palm View.
Palmview present.
Thank you, sir. Peñitas. Far.
Present.
Port Isabel. Primera. Progreso. Progreso Lakes. Rancho Viejo. Marguera, she said she would be here. Raymondville.
Present.
Thank you, sir.
Here. Present.
Rio Hondo. San Benito. Thank you, sir. San Juan. San Perlita. South Padre Island. And moving on to the education institutions, Donna ISD, Harlingen CISD, McAllen ISD, Monte Alto ISD, PSJA ISD, Rio Hondo ISD, San Benito ISD, South Texas College.
Present.
Thank you, ma'am. Texas State Technical College, and Weslaco ISD. And moving on to the governmental units, Agua Special Utility District, Brownsville Navigation District, Brownsville PUB, Cameron County Drainage District number 1, Cameron County Drainage District number 5, Delta Lake Irrigation District. Thank you, sir. East Rio Hondo Water Supply Corporation, Economic Development Corporation of Weslaco, Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation, Harlingen Waterworks System, Hidalgo County Irrigation District number 6, Hidalgo County Mud number 1, Hidalgo, Cameron County Irrigation District Number 9, Laguna Madre Water District, McAllen Economic Development Corporation, McAllen Public Utilities, Military Highway Water Supply Corporation, North Alamo Water Supply Corporation, Olmito Water Supply Corporation, Port Isabel San Benito Navigation District, Port Mansfield PUB. Thank you, sir. Port of Harlingen Authority, Rio South Texas Economic Council, United Irrigation District, Valley Mud Number 2, Willacy County Navigation District. Thank you. Counting you once, sir. Workforce Solutions Cameron. Grassroots organizations, Ms. Lupita Martinez for Proyecto San Juan. I know you're here, ma'am.
Yes. Here.
Um,
San Juan is Juan Diego, I'm sorry, that's why.
Thank you. I knew it was close. UTRGV, Ms. Gonzalez. And members at large, Ms. Ann Cass. Ms. Ann, I saw you there.
Present. Yes, thank you.
Mr. David Pinoli. Mayor Pro Tem Renee Estrada. Jim Darling.
Present.
Mayor George Rivera. Wasn't he here? Noel Bernal, Chris Gonzalez, Sergio Contreras,
Here.
Mr. Eleazar Garcia,
Here.
and Maria Gonzalez. Sir, we have a strong quorum of both the general membership and the board of directors.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get started. Is a roll call. So we go to line item 1B, the invocation. Mayor Darling, would you do the invocation for us, please?
Okay, now please bow your heads and stand. Well, Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to participate in the Council of Governments for the betterment of our citizens. May you direct our thoughts and deeds to the best interest of all our citizens and guide us in making sure we make the right decisions for all the people that we serve. In your holy name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Line item 1C is the pledge. Mayor Boswell, could you be us, please?
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated. Line item number 2, consideration and action to approve meeting minutes. Annual elections meeting of May 26th of 2021. I have a motion to
I would second the
approve
motion.
and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 2B, Board of Directors meeting of December 15th of 2021. I have a motion and a second. More discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 3, public comments and or report from legislative delegations. There's none. We move on to line item number 4, administration with Mr. Manuel Cruz, and A is consideration and action by general membership regarding fiscal year 2022 annual report and budget.
I refer to Mayor Boswell.
The committee met on January 11th, 2022 to review the annual report and budget. The annual report and budget is, looks like this is the cover report, and is available on our LRGVDC.org website. It contains the 2022 performance goals, the 2021 performance outcomes, and the 2022 budget. It is a comprehensive report of the activities of the past year of the Development Council, as well as the goals for the coming year. And in general, the annual budget it's balanced at $34,120,344, reflecting an increase of $289,148 from the 2021 budget due to additional funding awards such as EDA, FTA, TxDOT, and HHS. The 2022 annual budget does not include an increase for budget membership. The fringe benefit rate is 48.97% and reflects a decrease of 0.5% over 2021. And the total budget expenditures reflect an indirect rate using the state's revised guidance for calculation, indirect rate of 14.31%. The budget also includes a 3% performance-based salary increase for those employees who successfully achieved all the standards for the annual evaluation process. The committee approved the presentation of the report as presented by the staff and the budget. And Mr. Chairman, at this time, I will move that the membership approve the annual report and budget as presented.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor.
Second. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Line item 4B, consideration and action to accept quarterly and annual investments reports.
Good afternoon. The annual and quarterly investment reports were provided for your review. If there are no questions, it requires board approval.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Line item 4C, Executive Director Report. One, introduction of the new staff members.
Yes, Mr. President, thank you and welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. I know I haven't seen everybody yet, but glad to have you back. And so on the executive report, I only have a report on new staff members. We did receive a total of 6 members that were added to our team under the LRGVDC. First and foremost, Ms. Cindy Lopez for Valley Metro, Ezequiel Mata, Valley Metro, Eduardo Gil for the RGV Emergency Communication District and Administration, Nicole Quinones, Valley Metro, Clarissa Nieto for Area Agency on Aging, and Nicholas Grijaldo, he's from Valley Metro. That's the end of my report for today. And before, I know it's not on the item, but please feel free to look at the annual report as we go along these next couple of months. Please reach out to us if you have any questions or on some of the goals and objectives that were noted on this year's annual report. We did have some significant accomplishments this past year. One would be the establishment or creation of the RGV Emergency Communication District. That took a year to complete. We started it back in June of 2020. And so we are now, as of August 31st of 2021, officially a emergency communication district. The biggest change to that is that we have local control. The funds are remitted to the district instead of the comptroller or the state program. And so we do have a governance in place, the Emergency Communication Board of Managers. And so we do provide or have meetings, regular meetings, monthly meetings. So again, I ask if anybody has any questions on any of the information that's outlined on the report, annual report, please feel free to reach out to me or any of the programmatic directors. Thank you.
All right. Move on. Line item. Let's see, actions item, which is 1, consideration and action to approve Regional Water Resource Advisory Committee nomination for large cities representatives. And there's a whole array of programs. I guess I'll read them out.
Mr. Carrera.
All right.
Good
Go ahead.
afternoon, Judge, Mr. President, members of the board. Yes, we have one action item this afternoon. As you mentioned, it's a consideration and action to approve the Regional Water Resources Advisory Committee nomination for large city representative at the January 5th, 2022 RURAC, as it's referred to, Regional Water Resources Advisory Committee meeting. The committee recommended Ms. Maribel Bermudez Guerrero from the city of Brownsville as a large city representative. A large city is defined as having a population of over 25,000. Ms. Guerrero serves as the Assistant Director for Engineering there at the City of Brownsville and Public Works, beg your pardon, and also serves as full disclosure as the mayor for the town of Rancho Viejo.
So we need a motion for approval. I so move that we approve the nomination as presented.
Second.
This is Commissioner Garza. I second the motion.
Okay, and this is having to do with technology here. So we had a motion on the floor here locally. Mr. Mills, will you consider seconding that, Mayor Salinas, I think it was. Was it Mayor Salinas?
Commissioner Garza seconds the motion.
Oh, yeah, I heard two motions at the same time. So we'll go ahead and take that one from Garza and who was the other one? Mayor Salinas. Okay. A motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
That's the only action item I have, sir. Just a couple of programmatic notes or updates. On that same note, in terms of RURAC, the Regional Water Resources Advisory Committee, the next meeting is scheduled for February 16th, 2022 at 10 a.m. Obviously, all are invited to attend. And I do have a minor correction. It's an announcement and a correction at the same time. In your notes, you'll notice, or the packet, notice that the Regional Small Cities Coalition did not meet on January, as it's stated, January 20, 2022. We postponed that date. Weather conditions that day dictated that a lot of the personnel that are dedicated to city operations may find the meeting as a hindrance at that time. So we decided to postpone. That meeting is now scheduled for February 3rd at 11:30 a.m. It's a virtual meeting. If anybody's interested in attending, by all means, they can email me or reach out to me and I can get them to go to a meeting link for that.
Okay.
And that's all I have for you this afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Carrera.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Can we get a brief update on Economic Development Administration and Community and Education Development Assistance Fund, if that's okay with you, to see what activities or initiatives are coming out of it?
Were you prepared to do that, Mr. Carrera?
Of course. We have not received the actual contract from Texas Department of Agriculture to start those activities under the CDEF. Economic Development Administration, we're working on programmatic reports for all three funds, which is EDA disaster, COVID-19 relief funds, and of course our normal EDA planning fund. And we're working with a few cities right now in their grant administration. And we're also working on some workshops for local vendors, which you might be interested in.
So the EDA, the first one is different from the fund that's later on, right?
Yes, that's complete. That's Texas Department of Agriculture. That's part of their CDBG funding, sir. Sure. Anything else, sir?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
I will add real quick, we received notice from EDA or request a potential grant opening or launching of the eco-tourism in Fort Laguna Vista.
Laguna Vista.
So that was postponed. So Commissioner Garza has information in reference to that. And so it's postponed, but as soon as we get, the new date.
Mr. Cruz, that's going to be February the 24th at 10 a.m.
February 24th at 10 a.m. That's on
No,
Commissioner.
22nd, I'm sorry. 22nd.
February 22nd.
February 22nd at 10 a.m. And I'll send the notice to you so you can circulate with our folks there.
Thank you, Commissioner Garza.
Yes, sir.
So we move on to B, Health and Human Services, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, good afternoon. I have only one action item, and that is consideration and action to approve a budget amendment to the Mission Housing Authority. Advisory Council is recommending approval to amend the Housing Authority's request for additional funding to provide transportation services. The amount being approved or recommended is $6,000.
Can I entertain a motion to, I have a motion to approve 6,000
I move for approval.
and a second by Mr. Mitt. Mr. Cole? Yeah. We got it? All right, so we got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Status reports were in your mail out. Thank you.
So we go to C, Public Safety, Mr. Randall Snyder.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. I do have two action items for you. The first action item is going to be for resolutions for Homeland Security grants funding for the 2021-2022 regional planning. The coordinator to continue with the Regional Fire Academy resolution, the Hidalgo County Interoperations Communication Expansion Project, and statewide emergency radio infrastructure program. The second action item is if we reflect back to our last meeting in the last month where we requested to increase
Hold on,
the
Mr. Snyder. Let's take one at a time. So
yes, sir.
On the action to approve the resolution for A through D, I have a motion to approve and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor signify.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Okay, and then the second is consideration and action to approve increasing purchasing threshold for purchases by and for the Rio Grande Valley Emergency Communication District.
Yes, sir. That's bringing that one back from last month, from our last meeting where we requested the increase of the threshold from 25,000 to 50,000 for procurement for RGV 911. And it was requested that we go back and reconsider increasing the threshold to 100,000, which would more meet the needs of the items purchased for 911.
That is correct. As you all recall, this was discussed and was concluded that we bring it up as a line item to the 100,000 threshold. Can I entertain a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Anything else, Mr. Snyder?
No, sir. We did have some recent graduations. The Mission Police Academy recently graduated. Due to the holiday break, they're still in the process of taking TCOL. So I don't have a status on their first attempt at licensure, but they are all certified now to at least attempt licensure and begin entertaining and joining the workforce as certified Texas peace officers.
All right, thank you. Any more questions for Mr. Snyder? Thank you, sir. So we
Thank
go
you.
to D, transportation, is Maribel Contreras, and it's one, consideration action to approve revised Regional Transit Service Department's equal opportunity policy.
For Valley Metro's EO policy, we have minor revisions on page 11 of the policy. It's under the section of management, supervisors, professional responsibilities. The revisions were made to change the following designation of personnel: EEO officer, management, supervisors, professional responsibilities. It was only the title changes with reclassification of employees in management. Staff is recommending approval.
I have a motion to approve and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion
Aye.
carried. Line item 2, presentation and action to approve LRGVDC Regional Transit Services Department's Regional Public Transportation Coordination Plan.
For the plan, the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council serves as the lead agency for the Regional Coordination Transportation Plan to be updated. The plan is updated every 5 years. The last plan updated was in 2017. Through the LRGVDC, there's a Development Council's Regional Public Transportation Advisory Panel, which is the RTAP, functions as the project steering committee to provide input and review the plan. For this plan, Moore and Associates, Inc. was selected to prepare the update through a competitive RFP. The 5-year Regional Coordination Transportation Plan consists of 3 core components: the Transportation Resources Inventory, Needs Assessment, and Gap Analysis. These project components are supplemented by additional materials required by TxDOT, which examines Planning Region's 21 goals. The assessment is the ability to implement recommendations and set forth performance measures by which progress can be measured. A meeting of the Regional Coordination Plan for the RTAP took place on January 14, 2022 for discussion and action on approval of the Regional Public Transportation Coordination Plan. The plan was contingent to additional comments and revisions. The additional comments were included as an appendix to the plan. Copies of the appendix were provided for your review. Today, a virtual presentation will be provided by Moore and Associates, Inc. Representatives Kathy Chambers and Jim Moore will be providing that presentation on the 5-year Regional Public Transportation Coordination Plan.
So with that, actions needed, can I entertain a motion to approve?
Move to approve, Judge.
I have a motion.
Second,
Any
Johnny
more
Garcia, City of Edinburgh.
at that? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same sign. Motion carries. Anything else, Ms. Contreras?
Aside the action items, I also have the reports on status. I do want to provide the report status for the ridership. In the month of December, we provided 26,918 unlinked passenger trips. That is a decrease in ridership of 28% from the previous month. We're still continuing with the COVID-19 precautionary measures. We're still requiring facial coverings for all passengers, daily cleaning with CDC approved disinfectants, installation of hand sanitizers dispensers inside buses, and issuing safety memos to staff as new guidance is received from TxDOT and FTA. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we go to line item number 6, executive session, and this is one that we put on here just in case that we do need to go. As you know, there is the executive committee that consists of Mayor Boswell, Mayor Darling, Mayor Mendez, and myself, to where we evaluate the executive director. We did have a conference call and video with Manuel. The evaluation was favorable. We had a discussion, we asked him questions. The committee is suggesting that we increase his salary 5% from 124,000 to 130,200. One of the things that I think is important for you all to know is that in the previous executive director, the salary was 180, right? And I'm not in any way comparing any personalities, any characters, any individuals. I'm just simply bringing it up as a position. And so with that, I think that we think that 5% is adequate at this time. So if you all have questions,
That was unanimous by the committee.
we might need to go into executive session, and that's why it's on the agenda. Or
Judge,
you could just simply take a vote and approve. So is there questions?
Judge Guerra, was that unanimous by the committee?
Yes.
I would move to approve. Commissioner Garza.
Okay,
I have a question, Commissioner Judge Eder. I know that in the past, there has been questions on the process, not so much on how it's done, but how we equate the compensation for our CEO as it reflects to the other regional CEOs. And I know that we talked about it in for a good while. And I remember Mayor Boswell saying, well, it's something we need to consider in the future. And I think that, it may be, may not be the time again today because of the time that we have. But I would like for us to see how our salaries for our personnel are consistent with those in other regional COGs.
We can certainly do that in future. Obviously, my comments have simply signify as to where we've been specific to this position. And so I recommend we approve. And then to your point, Mayor, I don't see a problem bringing it up as a line item just for discussion and for comparison purposes. Informational, yes, informational, not comparison. So I do have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? And thank you for that, Mayor. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's see, so we go to line item number 7, new and unfinished business. Do we have anything else, Manuel?
No, sir.
Okay, so there's none. Anybody? Any comments? All right, so with that, we go to line item 8. Oh, hold on. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank the board of directors for allowing me to continue. It's been a challenge, but understand that I'm able and willing to continue this challenge even with our situation with the pandemic. We tried to identify potential grant opportunities, funding projects for the region, and the reason I referred to the annual report because that information provides you detailed information on what was accomplished in the region. We do continue to spend down the CARES money. Right now, tentatively, we have about 7 million. And so just as a reminder, the infrastructure bill is another potential funding source that might come down eventually. And so we are identifying other regional projects. And so we highly encourage any city that we want to tackle on a project regional in nature to reach out. One of the things that we strive on is to do away with duplication of efforts. And so we're happy being able to take on any project, especially if it's tied to funding that would benefit the entire region. And as you know, I say this time and time again, at least 99% of the funding that the COG receives is funneled through the COG and provided to the region in a variety of ways: services, direct funding, equipment for first responders, for the elderly, and for all types of resources that are valuable to the community. And so again, I'd like to thank the entire board, especially the executive committee, for allowing me to continue with this organization.
Thank you, Manuel. We had a motion, and I apologize, and a second. All in favor signify by saying
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We're adjourned.
All right. Meeting, Judge, bye.
I thought the meeting was gonna be, I thought it was gonna run to 1:30. I mean, I got nothing to do. I'm gonna drive around West Depot. I just drive around beautiful West.
All right.
How's it going?
Okay.